I know, my hair is a bit long. It must be jarring to see me go from this to this right now, but I'm growing it out and it's in those awkward phases. So, I was planning on making a reaction video today, something fun, something entertaining, something feminine. But this topic has been weighing on my mind so much that I couldn't focus on anything else. I had to get it out of my chest. I know this is not like my regular scheduled programming, but I think something fundamental changed on the day Jimmy Kimmel got banned. Let me explain. Now, I know that he's back on air and that Nexstar is also broadcasting his show again, but I think we're focusing on the wrong thing. This was not a victory. This was an outlier. Now, I had to do a little bit of digging about this ban because I'm not the target demographic for the Jimmy Kimmel show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, because it's one of those like dying niches in the entertainment industry, the late night television programming. So some of us millennials and Gen Z have kind of tuned out of that. So when I heard that he got banned on my timeline, I think it was on Reddit or something, I thought maybe he said something like super serious about Charlie Kirk. I thought he said something heinous. When I dug deep and I found out the reason for why he got banned was so stupid and so unnecessary that I was shocked that it actually happened in the first place.
We're still trying to wrap our heads around the senseless murder of the popular podcaster and conservative activist Charlie Kirk yesterday.
First, let's look at why he got banned. When his firing first happened, I thought, okay, he must have mocked his death or something. Now, I don't know anything about Charlie Kirk. I don't know this man. I don't know his programming. Now I know that he was part of Turning Point USA. I kind of had to research who he was. His programming never graced my timeline, but people have been sharing some of his old clips on TikTok and Reddit, resharing his old words, and oh my god, that man really let loose about his opinions, but he is not important to this story. Coming back to Jimmy Kimmel, I thought, okay, Kimmel must have said something really bad about Charlie Kirk, like he must have joked about his death or something. You don't make like 9/11 jokes on the day of 9/11, like some things are just too soon. So I kind of understood, like, if that's the case, then okay, maybe, they don't want to take a risk like that, especially a big network like ABC or Disney. So I kind of moved on from it. But when the actual video of why Jimmy Kimmel got banned came to my timeline, my jaw was on the floor. I couldn't believe it. Jimmy Kimmel didn't say a single word about Charlie Kirk. He did not mock his death. He didn't say it was justified. I believe his actual words were, I don't understand how people can, mock an incident like this. He would never understand people who belittle somebody's death. I think that's the gist of what he said.
And I've seen a lot of extraordinarily vile responses to this from both sides of the political spectrum. Some people are cheering this, which is something I won't ever understand.
The only thing he said was a Trump joke about the stages of grief and construction.
You can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. It's demolition, construction.
I am not kidding you. You can go look the video up. But when I tell you that my flabbers were gasted, my jaw was on the floor, I was like, this is what he was banned for? Really? We're here now. We're actually here now. Like, wee woo, joke police? I mean, isn't this the kind of thing that right-wingers and anti-SJWs used to complain about? Like, cancel culture is taking away our rights to say the N-word and chastising us for using the wrong pronoun. Those blue-haired snowflakes. Are the SJWs in the room with us right now? I mean, who are the SJWs these days? I stopped all my work to get to the bottom of this because I was like, there is no way. There is no way on earth that Jimmy Kimmel just got fired over a construction joke. And I found out like MAGA and MAGA adjacent people were practicing cancel culture by making sure that people who mocked Charlie Kirk or mocked Charlie Kirk's death were losing their jobs, like losing their social media accounts. They're making sure that, people were punished for their opinions on who Kirk was and about his death and everything. But This wasn't even about Charlie Kirk. This was a joke about how little Trump cared about his friend who apparently died in a school shooting. I want to implore anybody who celebrated Jimmy Kimmel's ban, you don't have to be a creator, but if you are, this kind of censorship is coming for you too. You can be a right-winger, you can be a leftist, but I'm pretty sure that as a fellow human being, you are not one size fits all. You may support Trump, but you may also hate how his policies have treated veterans and people who worked in US aid. You may dislike Trump, and you may also not like how right-wingers are treating trans people. You may be pro-Palestinian, and also you may hate how people are spreading anti-Semitic stuff on the internet. The point is, we are all different shades of human. We all have our own principles that we arrived at because of our own unique experiences. But this kind of ban makes people think like, are we supposed to have like unconditional, unequivocal, like blind support for our dear leader Kim Jong-un? Is that what's happening here? Kimmel is also a special case because he is like one of the last few like legacy creators of this like dying genre, like I said, of late night television programming. He is like one of the giants, you know, he's unshakable. He's like Colbert or Seth Meyers or John Oliver or Jon Stewart or Jimmy Fallon. And he's on like a big network and he has some control over his show and how it's run, unlike, you know, us creators with these algorithms. And when he got banned over this dumb shit, people actually took notice. People boycotted Disney, they boycotted Hulu, they canceled trips to Disneyland, they canceled weddings, okay? So people actually hit them where it hurt, in the pocket. So you might be thinking, that's great, right? Here's the thing. Nobody is coming to rally behind you and I. If you make one dumb comment, one dumb joke, you know, like our freedom of speech allows us, your whole social media account could get wiped out. You would never be seen or heard from again. At least you won't have a platform. You may not even have a job anymore. And you may think this is a special case, but we have seen this before time and time again, where people who actually were brave enough to take a stand for something actually lost their livelihoods. People mocked them. People took away their contracts. People lost money over this stuff, their businesses, their acting contracts, their sports contracts. Like, they've lost lucrative careers over things that they've stood up for. I can also understand if someone said the N-word live on air and got banned, like fucking Kramer, who lost his mind at a comedy show.
Every time I see this backdrop, I think about Kramer fucking up.
Or if someone's an actual criminal or a sex pest. I mean, you have to understand, like, this is business. So no businessman wants to hitch his wagon to an insane horse, you know? But over a joke, we used to read this stuff only in fiction before, you know, like 1984 or like Fahrenheit 451 or Brave New World, where you get so conditioned and your senses get numbed to the point where you don't even know that you're being oppressed. I have never hidden the fact that I'm pro-Palestine. In fact, when I first made the comparison in my Superman video where I said that the situation in Jaranpur in the film resembled that of the genocide in Gaza and in Congo, I lost 20 subscribers that day. And it's not just me, like, I've seen bigger creators, like pro-Palestine creators, being silenced for their opinions. They have either like got temporarily banned or permanently banned. They've also lost viewers and subscribers along the way. And I've also seen celebrities who've like advocated for peace in Palestine. They've also kind of been shunned from like social media platforms and also shunned from the limelight as well. Some of them have been like brown creators, some women and people of color, but Jimmy Kimmel is white. He's a man. He's not a minority group. He's not a leftist. I don't think he's talked about Palestine in detail, or if he has, he's never, I don't think he's ever really taken a firm and bold stance about that kind of stuff, or ICE, or anything. And he still got his show taken off air. And don't be fooled, it would have stayed that way had Disney and Hulu not lost like 1.7 million subscribers off of their streaming platforms. He came back because of public pressure. At the end of the day, you and I are not coming back if this happens to us. If you're a creator, if you are a social media influencer, or if you still have like a small but relevant social media platform with your friends and your family, maybe you post on TikTok, maybe you post on Instagram or something. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. What matters is that you and I don't have much, but we do have our voice. So all of this that just happened, the Jimmy Kimmel ban, his coming back and why he came back, all the effort that it took to bring him back, this should scare you. This should come off as a warning about what's going to happen next. I didn't mean for this video to be all doom and gloom, you know, but it's kind of like my internal thoughts coming out on video. I just had to bring this out. I just had to get it out of my chest. I needed to talk to somebody, and people mostly don't care. So I wanted to talk to you. I want to know your thoughts. Leave in the comments below. What do you think about this ban? What do you think about this situation? And do you think that it was even valid? Do you think that what he said was offensive? And if you actually think so, let us know why. You know, let me know why you think that the ban was justified. Whatever it may be, the fun, entertaining reactions are coming back from next week. And I also have a Discord where I talk about movies 24/7 with you guys. I don't promote. I keep forgetting to promote my Discord, you know, but it's there. The link is in the description or in the comments. You can come hang out with us. And I also post full-length movie reactions on my Patreon at just $5 a month. And it's not just any movie reactions, movies that you have requested for me to watch. Come check me out, come hang out, and come support the channel, or even on Buy Me a Coffee with a small donation. Every little bit helps, and even just you watching, liking, and subscribing and staying till the very end helps so much and means more to me than you can imagine. I have a lot of entertaining reactions and also some Halloween special horror reacts coming soon. So stick around, make sure to subscribe, and enjoy more videos like this one, more commentary, more documentaries, more movie reactions, and I will see you next video. Thanks for spending time with me.